How do you do, Brers and Sisses? It is Splashin' with Caden 2004, and I am back for another video. And in this video, I wanted to discuss something that hasn't really been discussed at all, actually, which is tributes, hints, and nods to Song of the South outside of Splash Mountain. Now, we all know that Splash Mountain is basically one big tribute to Song of the South, and rightfully so. It is the best ride ever, in my opinion, best story and everything. I love the Brers and I love Song of the South, but did you know that there's actually secrets, tributes, nods outside of Splash Mountain throughout the Disney parks? Well, yeah, there is actually. Whether it's the main Magic Kingdoms or the side parks outside of the Magic Kingdoms, there are Song of the South references quite a few places.
So without no further ado, let's take a look at the Song of the South secrets, references, and Easter eggs in the parks outside of Splash Mountain.
So we're going to start off in Walt Disney's original park, Disneyland in Anaheim, California. As you're walking in between Main Street, you will most likely see / go into a store named the Emporium. And this highly themed store is actually filled with Disney history. But there's one little secret in particular which is my favorite. If you head to the toy section, you'll find a bedroom sort of themed thing above you. And you'll see toys scattered all over. And to the left side, you will see a tiny glass figure of Brer Fox. And sadly, there isn't a Brer Rabbit or a Brer Bear, but there is a Brer Fox. And there's nothing else. There's a couple other older looking Disney toys. I think there was the old Donald's or something like that. But my favorite, and possibly the best thing in the store, is this tiny little Brer Fox figure. Now, unfortunately, I did take these pictures in 2018, and my camera was not good at the time, so these pictures are terrible, and you can't really tell if they're Brer Fox, but I promise, if you go and see it in person, it is Brer Fox. Staying in Walt Disney World, we're going to head on over to Disney Springs, specifically the Once Upon a Toy store. This store has a Toy Story theme and has some Toy Story statues inside and outside. And not only do they sell Toy Story toys, they also sell toys from around the parks. Now, if you look up, there's some decorative board games holding up, making the ceiling. I remember there's a couple Disney Park ones. I think there was a Pirates one. And then I actually have a picture of, there's a Country Bear Jamboree one. And my favorite, there's one called The Laugh-In Place. Now, we all, even though it doesn't specifically say from Song of the South, we all know what it's saying, and we all know what it's from, especially with the details on the box. And it's just amazing that, again, out of any of the possible movies they could have had as a reference, they chose Song of the South. In September of 2019, Walt Disney World opened the Skyliner, a gondola system that travels to Hollywood Studios and Epcot through a few different resorts around Walt Disney World. But did you know that Song of the South has a presence in this highly popular travel system? Yep. In the Mickey and Minnie car, it's a red car, and it has Mickey and Minnie, they're like taking a picture. On the opposite side of them is Pluto, and Pluto is saying hi to Bluebird. And does that Bluebird look familiar? Because that Bluebird is actually Mr. Bluebird from Song of the South. There's no denying it, that is actually Mr. Bluebird. And I love how they incorporated him into this highly popular transportation attraction. It's my favorite gondola to ride whenever I'm using the gondola system. I love that car more than any other car, even just for that small little detail, and I find it so cool that yet again Disney thought of Song of the South to be put in this highly popular attraction. Our last stop in Walt Disney World is Disney's Hollywood Studios. If you're heading to Toy Story Land through the main entrance, you'll pass by an attraction named One Man's Dream. And despite even the show being about Walt Disney, as you walk further and further into the building, it goes through the life of Walt Disney and his history of his career up until Walt Disney World. And throughout the years, they have displayed other items from the parks and everything. They've switched them around. Now, my favorite part of the exhibits is the one that's just explaining the cross between animation and live action in movies. And the first one to do that was Three Caballeros. And then the second one was, of course, Song of the South. Now, they have a picture of Jose and Donald posing with, whatever her name is. I've seen the movie, I think her name was Maria or something like that. But right above them is a beautiful picture of Uncle Remus, Johnny, Ginny, Brer Rabbit, Brer Fox, and Brer Bear just walking along. Now, this piece was used for the cover of Laserdisc copies of Song of the South, and books, and quite a few things. And despite it not saying Song of the South anywhere, that's clearly Song of the South. I mean, it has all the Song of the South characters in it, so I just find that amazing that they actually included that. Not even alluding that it is Song of the South, but at the same time it is. Thanks, Disney, for these wonderful secrets. Now, those were the secrets outside of Splash Mountain. But did you know that there's Song of the South specific secrets inside Splash Mountain? Well, at least outside of the ride itself. Now, we all know that Splash Mountain is, the animated sequences of Song of the South as Brer Rabbit leaves his briar patch looking for his laughing place and his ultimate escape into the briar patch from the clutches of Brer Fox and Brer Bear. But did you know that there's Song of the South specific details within the queue and the exit of Splash Mountain? Now, in the queue, there are specific quotes from Uncle Remus taken directly from the film. And I know that they're in Disneyland and Disney Worlds, but I can't confirm that they're in Tokyo because I haven't been to Tokyo, unfortunately. And also in the queue, there's also some music from Song of the South. There's Uncle Remus Said, Sooner or Later, Song of the South, Let the Rain Pour Down, and All I Want. In Disney World Splash Mountain, there is one of the best Song of the South secrets that's on this list. As you're exiting Splash Mountain, you can view your photo as you plunge down into the briar patch. Now, there is a spot where you can scan your magic band to get your photo. However, did you know that there's a lot of Song of the South history within these decorative washboards? That's right. Each washboard except for one is history of Song of the South. Now we're going to take a look at each of these washboards. There's one that says, It's Actual and Factual Remus Washboard Company, which is, of course, Uncle Remus. Then there's a washboard that says Zipper DA, just a play on words of Zippity-A from Zippity-Doo-Dah. And then there's a washboard that says Plenty o' Sunshine, which of course is a lyric in Zippity-Doo-Dah. And then there's another one here that says Aunt Tempe's Best, which of course is Aunt Tempe from Song of the South. And then there's one that's a Bluebird Washboard Company. And then this one is actually just one of the best, actually. This is my personal favorite. It says Award-Winning Basket McDaniels, which is, of course, the awards. It's alluding to the awards given to James Baskett and Hattie McDaniel for their performances in Song of the South. And especially since it says award-winning. So it's just a combination of both of those in one small secret. And then the last Song of the South specific one is Briar and Burrow. Now, don't be sad. You're not done looking for Song of the South secrets yet. As you head into Splashdown Photos, there's a bunch of these old-timey South photos hanging up on the wall and strung up on a string and everything. But there are actual shots taken from Song of the South. Now, towards the exit, at the very end, there's a picture, it's a shot taken from Song of the South of Brer Fox holding Brer Rabbit, as Brer Rabbit's pleading not to be thrown into the briar patch. And then above the main checkout counter, there's all these photos hung up on a string. And there's quite a few Song of the South shots taken here too. There's a couple of Brer Bear and a couple of Brer Fox, and it's just amazing that these are actual specific Song of the South shots that they were taken from the movie and put and incorporated in Splash Mountain. Now there you have it. It's all the secrets and references to Song of the South around the park. Well, I should say the parks, because we took a look at Disneyland and Disney World. Now, I want to thank you guys for actually watching this video. It actually took me a long time to make and edit, so I really appreciate your time, and maybe when you go to the park, you can spot these secrets for yourself. Now, as they say in Splash Mountain and in Song of the South, have a zippity-doo-dah day.